there is one part of Austin that's going to look completely different over the next few years. And the interesting part is it doesn't feel obvious yet unless you're really paying attention to what's being built and who is moving there. Because most people still think of Austin in terms of the same areas they've always heard about: downtown, West Austin, maybe the Domain. But that's not where a lot of the forward momentum is happening right now. What's happening instead is a combination of large-scale development, infrastructure expansion, and very specific types of jobs starting to cluster in areas that used to be really overlooked. And when those three things show up together, development, jobs, and demand, you usually see part of a city change much faster than people expect. In Austin, that pattern is showing up most clearly on the east side and the surrounding areas, especially as you move out toward Del Valle, Manor, even parts of Bastrop. And this is being driven in part by Tesla, but also by the broader ecosystem forming around it, including manufacturing, logistics, and a growing layer of technical talent that doesn't need to be right in the center of the city. And this is where people start to miss what's actually happening, because these areas don't look fully built out yet. Some parts still feel early, some infrastructure is still catching up, and that can make people hesitate. But that's also what creates the opportunity, because by the time an area feels fully finished, a lot of the growth has already happened. And this is where it becomes very real if you're actually thinking about moving here. Let's say you're choosing between something more established in West Austin or something newer out toward Manor or Del Valle. On the west side, you're paying an absolute premium for something that feels already finished, with shorter commutes to certain areas, maybe more established infrastructure. But on the east side, you're often getting more space, newer construction, and in some cases, a lower entry price. But you're also stepping into an area that's still evolving. And over the next few years, those two choices can end up feeling very different depending on how that growth actually plays out. And that doesn't mean everyone should go buy in East Austin or out toward Manor. That's not the takeaway. The takeaway is understanding where the city is expanding and what types of demand are driving that expansion, because those are the areas that tend to change the fastest over a 3 to 5 year window. And if you're moving to Austin for a tech or adjacent move, this starts to matter in a very practical way, because where you choose to live isn't just about what looks best today. It's about how your commute's going to work, what your day-to-day feels like, and whether you're positioned in the path of growth or you're reacting to it later. And those are two very different experiences in the same city. Now, quick reality check. Not every developing area becomes the next hotspot, and not every bet plays out the way people expect. But when you see this combination of investment, job creation, and housing demand all moving in the same direction, it's usually worth paying attention. So if you're thinking about moving to Austin and trying to figure out where you should actually be looking based on where the city's going, not just where it's been, comment where you're coming from, and I'll help you map out what areas actually make sense for you. I'm Amber Haley, posting videos every single week, and I can't wait to see you in Austin.